doing flat bench, 6 reps of 185 pounds. First time in my life I've ever done it. I had to get some spotting for my wife, but it's all good. I want to say thank you to gym guys, specifically to Leroy Huggins, to Ryan, to Giovanna, for helping me out over the last 3 months get to this point. If you're considering personal trainers, gym guys is the way to go. They are awesome. Doing flat bench, 6 reps of 185 pounds. First time in my life I've ever done it. I had to get some spotting for my wife, but it's all good. I want to say thank you to gym guys, specifically to Leroy Huggins, to Ryan, to Giovanna, for helping me out over the last 3 months get to this point. If you're considering personal trainers, gym guys is the way to go. They are awesome.
And we are live on a beautiful Wednesday night. New haircut. Hope everybody likes it. Long time coming, boys and girls. Real long time coming. And We got a couple comments coming in already right now, but let's start with one of our special guests to start tonight, Mr. Coach Brislin. How are you, Coach Brislin?
Good evening, and thanks so much again for having me on the show. I'm looking forward to it.
And we go to our Alabama guru, Mr. Coach Siciliano. How are you?
Good evening, everyone. I'm fine, and yourself?
I'm fine, and we're gonna go to heartbreak last night, Mr. Kirkpatrick, with our Knicks. We got the Knick hat on, but Mr. Kirkpatrick, how are you?
I'm doing well. I want to get all joking aside. I do want to make a special announcement. I want to recognize all the nursing staff and nurses. It's hospital week and nurses week. So all across the country, happy nurses week. And thank you for everything you do each and every day for all of us in this country.
Absolutely.
Couple comments real quick from Carson saying, have a great show, boys. NFL schedules released. Looking forward to chatting about it more. Yes, sir, Carson. And our good friend Henry Zimenoff. And we'll get to this in a little bit because I want to get to this one, Kenny. Henry saying, how should you rank the Broncos schedule from easiest to hardest? And I know I have my opinion. We'll get to that in a little bit. But all you guys and everyone watching, happy schedule release, NFL schedule release. It's like a little holiday today, guys.
Yep. Gotta get to that in a couple minutes. Yeah. It's funny. It's just a schedule, right? But it's still like
an event.
Exciting news, a schedule release. They make the 8 o'clock. They're having it on ESPN and NFL Network and, all over the place. So
Jimmy Eiserman, guys, is saying hello. So hello, Jimmy.
What's up, Jimmy?
What's up, Jimmy?
All right, so Kenny, let's go over it. Tonight we're going to be joined by a very special guest. We're going to get into this at 8:30. Thomas Reed III, NFL hopeful out of Adams State University, defensive end, outside linebacker. Very excited to talk to him and to see what his goals are, what he has coming up for this upcoming season. And, we all want to pick his brain. I know that. We did a little roundtable before about some questions. So I know that's awesome. Kenny, we have your Take 5, Briggsy Bronco Mania. Of course, the popular Sisters Rapid Fire. We got everything going on tonight. So, a couple more comments. Jimmy Eiserman, Broncos at Giants, week 1. Thoughts, Kurt? We're going to hold that, right, Kenny, for now?
Yeah, we're going to talk about that in the Briggsy segment, 9 o'clock hour.
And Lynn Marie, sis, is saying, hello, gentlemen.
She stole Devontae Smith. I'm not talking to her.
Oh. All right, Mr. Kirkpatrick.
But I got to put this on the spot real quick. I'm going to put this on the spot because at work I listen to all our shows from weeks ahead. I do that at work. I listen to our shows. And when we did our mock draft, Sis had the Eagles. And he said, I don't care who the Eagles take. I'm not worried about the Eagles. And look what they did. You bit on those words, my friend.
It wasn't the Eagles. It was Dallas.
Yeah, you're right.
No.
You're right.
Mr. Kirkpatrick, let's get into it. Where do you want to start?
All right, I'll start with our Take 5, our news segment. We do it, short stories of the week, past week, what's been going on in the sports world. And I'll start with Coach Brislin on Take 1. Tim Tebow signed with the Jaguars, Coach. He's going to play tight end. And simple question I have is thoughts on the signing and how valuable will he be to the Jaguars in this upcoming season?
Well, first of all, as soon as he quit baseball and Urban Meyer was over in Jacksonville, I had a good feeling that was going to happen. But I think just from a leadership perspective, hard work, Urban Meyer is looking to change culture, and he needs guys who he knows will be able to do that. And I think Tim Tebow is going to be one of those guys. How much he plays will be determined, but I think just from a leadership, hard work, and a culture standpoint, I think that could potentially make a big impact on what he's trying to do in that building.
Absolutely. And Sis, I'll go to you next.
My biggest concerns is, first of all, he's out of the game 8 years. Never played tight end. So, truthfully, I don't even know if he'll make the roster. That's just my opinion.
enough. And Kurt, what do you
Great
want?
athlete, but 8 years is a long time.
Yeah,
You know
no,
what?
I agree.
All my concerns with what Sis just said, but I also agree with Coach Breslin. That and hey, that is, they said Urban Meyer is a very loyal guy, and you know what? Hey, it's his first shot as an NFL head coach, and he wants to bring somebody that he's comfortable with. Now, I know he's listed Sis as a tight end, but who's to say you still can't have a little wildcat package, a 2-point play package with him. He should be Taysom Hill from New Orleans. Kenny, we talk about it all the time. He should have done it in the past. He could play special teams. You know what? I don't think there's, all these people are so up in arms of he's going to steal this guy's spot. And first off, he didn't get any spot. He didn't, he's just invited to camp. So, I don't know why all these people are so up in arms over it. And hey, it's Urban Meyer's guy. Like Sis said, give him a chance. See what he does. Who knows? Listen, he might be playing a little fullback. We don't know.
Look at the packages you could come up with.
Yeah.
Like he's some Hill type of player. You can throw in some fun little packages there and some gadget plays too with him.
Coach Breslin, you're the defensive coordinator. It's still an issue where, okay, he's been out of the league for 8 years, but you know what? When it's 4th and goal from the 1 and they line him up in a quarterback spot, it's still going to be a problem defending him, right?
Oh, absolutely. He's still got to figure out what he's going to do. And, he can make plays, that's for sure. And he can run the ball, like you said, is almost like a fullback, and he can throw the ball at any point in time as well. So, from a standpoint of trying to game plan for that, that's a guy that you have to, you really have to make sure that you game plan for.
Yeah. And, we've always said it, he is a, I don't want to use the word stubborn because, in the past there always was, I'm a quarterback. It didn't work out. And you know what? He's not a full down, he's not an every down quarterback, but could he be, hey, it's going to come down to, like you're saying, though, and it's going to be his attitude. He's going to show up first in the morning. He's going to outwork people, and he's going to get people, he's going to set the tone and I think the mentality of the team. So I don't think it's bad at all. Kenny, Cole Allen, our friend, saying hello.
What's up, Cole?
Jimmy's saying Tebow should host The Bachelor, and Mark is saying, good evening, gentlemen. Get ready, Kurt. Giants and Broncos going down, buddy. We'll see about that, Mark. We'll see about that.
Well, the other piece to add to that is, he was playing baseball, so his body hasn't been beaten up. So,
right.
Even if he gets 2 years out of him, I think to change culture and do what he needs to do, I think that will be a plus.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Cole's got a question. How do you feel about Blake Bortles going to Green Bay? That news just broke a little bit. Anybody have anything on the Blake Bortles?
It opens some eyes up, right? If they might really think that Rodgers isn't going to play, either retires or they're looking to trade him because Bortles is a solid backup, right? He's not a guy that's not going to make a team. You got to think he's a solid backup. So what does that tell you? I think they're looking for, hey, this could be real. Aaron might not be coming. Maybe we need to look to see if we could trade him. Mm-hmm. Get 3 first-round picks for him. If somebody wants to give up 3 first-round picks, take it. That's how I look at it. What do you think, Coach? You like that, Coach?
I think, just from an insurance standpoint, you have to make sure you're prepared. So getting the opportunity to get somebody like that who's been in the league, I think it's a smart move by them. We'll see how the whole thing plays out, but at least they know that they have a suitable backup or someone who could potentially step in, and it all depends on what Jordan Love can and cannot do at this point, early on.
Coach Jimmy Eiserman saying security blanket in case Roger leaves, and Cole saying, I agree. I think Aaron is gone.
I do too. Anything else on it, guys, or you want me to go to take 2?
No, let's go to take 2.
All right, take 2. We're going to shift gears. We're going to go to horse racing. Kentucky Derby was 2 weeks ago, and Bob Baffert made history, won 7th Kentucky Derby winner, the most by a trainer in horse racing history, thoroughbred racing history. But they found an illegal substance on the horse, a cream that's got a steroid in it. And they're investigating, but they're looking into it. But my question is going to be, the Preakness is Saturday. He is not disqualified from the Preakness, Madeira Spirit, that is. But Bob Baffert's staying in California. Sis, you're a horse racing guy. Two-part question. What are your thoughts on Bob Baffert staying home in California? And B, who is your Preakness winner?
He made the statement he's staying home, which I agree with him because he doesn't want to be a distraction, number one. Number two, his first excuse was the horse ate hay that had this stuff in it, whatever it was. And then he finally came out and said it was some kind of ointment that they rubbed on a horse. He's a cheater. He's a crook, and he shouldn't be allowed, and he won't be allowed to race at Churchill Downs after this Saturday. I think this is going to be his last race. I don't really care about the race, to be honest with you. And if you need a pick, I'll go with Dwayne Lucas's Ram horse, the one horse.
Okay. Kurt, you want to add anything?
Yeah, I mean, listen, now it's getting to the point where, you know, like Sis said, you know, this isn't the first time that this guy got caught, and
Nope.
you know, it makes you think, because we said last week, you know, is this guy maybe the best trainer of all time? And look what he did. He won another Derby. But, you know, just like the home run record and all this stuff, I mean, it really makes you think, like, is he doing stuff legit? And it just really questions you. Is he doing legit, fair, and should he get the credit for that? As for this, you know, the horse, this race, allowing him to race, again, how can you do that to an owner? You know, you better make sure that this horse tests positive again, because there's a lot of money, you know, that they're saying that this horse, if you know, a Kentucky Derby winner for the breeders, you know, for everyone who's going to be breeding them and stuff, now you take that away from him, that you lose a lot of money. So they better make sure that this was a legit test also, and he was positive, because I think they test him again, right, Kenny? Aren't they testing him again?
They will test him again, yes.
They test him again. They make sure that it was positive. But there's a lot of stuff. You know, people were talking, you know, we joke around the other day, but they were saying, okay, if they take him, they remove him from winning they take him from winning the Kentucky Derby. How about the people who bet on the horse that came second? They're not going to get money. How about the people who bet on this horse, Medina Spirit, and got their money? They're not returning the money. So, I mean, really, what are you going to do? Just take it down by name and say he didn't win the Kentucky Derby? But it's not going to change all that stuff.
Right.
So,
Coach, and who would you pick as a winner in this race?
You know, I like Midnight. Is it Midnight Bourbon? I like Midnight Bourbon.
Okay.
With Asmussen. I'm going
Do
to
you
go
have
with
anything
him.
to add and a winner for the Preakness?
Well, you know what? When there's smoke, there's fire, right? So he's won 7. So have we gone back 7 years, and has he been cheating for 7 years? We don't know that answer. But I think it's something that they have to continue to look at and monitor, and potentially do something about. And, you know, enough is enough. If this is a continued process, then why is he still involved or allowed to be involved in participating in these events?
Right. And you know what, Coach? No, like 30-day suspension, too. Suspend him. Like, that's it. Yeah. No more Triple Crown races. They always do, though. He gets a 60-day, right, sis? A 60-day ban. That's right after 60, he's coming right back and doing it again. I mean, they always do this with these trainers.
He's a name, that's why.
Yeah.
But he's also he's just the owner, correct?
No, he's the trainer.
Oh, he's the trainer. Okay. I apologize. He's the trainer.
No, but Coach is right. He does own some of these horses.
Oh, yeah, he owns some horses, too, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, he still has some type of control over what's happening on both sides. And again, if he's the main trainer, I'm sure he's still communicating with the other people that he works with.
Of course.
Okay. Even though you're on a suspension for 60 days. Come on, let's be real.
Let me throw this out real quick. Why are they allowing this horse to run Saturday when he tested positive for drugs?
That's Pimlico's decision. You know, that
right.
I don't know what's going to happen if he wins this race, if he's going to be allowed in the Belmont. I don't know.
So,
Did you have a
what you're
winner,
telling me,
Coach?
I do.
somebody at Pimlico got an envelope under the table to let him race.
Well, but sis, what about? But in all seriousness, we're joking around, but what about somebody who had the other horse?
You're 100% right.
Or somebody that cashed out, like say, I bet
Right.
Medina Spirit.
Right.
I got my money from Medina Spirit.
Yes,
I'm not
you
giving
did.
it back.
No.
Like that's the thing. What could they do? What could they do? They can't do anything with that.
There's nothing. No, they can't.
Nope, done deal.
The ownership. Those people may lose their money though.
Right. That's the racing rule. Once
You
you're
know?
paid out, that's it.
Right.
Done.
Kenny, my dad is a big bourbon guy, so I'm also voting for
Midnight
Midnight Bourbon.
There you go. There you go.
I'll just I got nothing to really add. You guys hit it all, and I'll just go. I think this horse, because he's a front runner and knowing Preakness and Pimlico's track, favors those horses that have the early speed. So I'm going to say it's going to cause more controversy. We're going to see him with a chance to win the Triple Crown at the Belmont Stakes. I'm going to try and pick up the pace a little bit with our last three guys. So because we got Thomas Reed's joining us at 8:30.
Okay.
NFL schedule release. A lot of it was leaked out. The official is not coming out until 8 o'clock. But I got some games listed here, guys, and I'll start with Kurt, and I wanted his thoughts on some of these games. Thursday night, and rank them from A to F. You just give me an A to F rating. That's all it's going to be, okay? Cowboys, Bucks, Thursday night. A to F.
I can't wait to see it. I just can't wait to see it because Dak Prescott against that defense at Tampa. You know what? I might want Beelan watching that game with me because I want no excuses. I don't care about stats. I want this $40 million quarterback to go into Tampa Bay that night. And you know what? Beat Brady. You get paid more than Brady now. He's not going to do it, but that's an A for me. I'm watching that game.
Coach Breslin.
No, I agree with Kurt. I think that's an A game. I think that's going to be a great one to watch, and it should be fun.
Kenny, real quick, Richie Katwinka saying Medina Spirit wins and Baffert sticks it up. Everybody's blank. LOL.
The one thing I would add too, though, is the Bucks. I was looking it up. They have the fourth easiest schedule in the league.
Wow! After winning a Super Bowl.
Yes.
I agree. All right. Now my next game, I'm gonna. Sis, sorry. A to F on Cowboys Bucks.
Thank you, Kenny. You didn't forget me this time.
Nah, never forget you, buddy.
I like to see Brady push 40 on him. That's all I got to say.
Oh yeah, that sis is going to be after
That's
Dallas
right.
this year. That's
Whoever
right.
Dallas plays, you got that right.
Sis, I'm going to come right back to you for a double dip here. The Browns and Chiefs, 4:25 Sunday, CBS. A to F on that rating.
I'll go with the Browns.
What's the rating? A to F.
B.
B. Coach Breslin.
I wanted that one. I'm going to say F. I wanted that on Sunday Night Football. That should be a primetime Sunday Night Football game, not 4:25 in the afternoon.
Kurt.
By the way, I got to break some news here. Not break some news, but I was just listening to Coach Breslin, and he just mentioned Sunday night. He sounds a little like Chris Collinsworth. He really does. If you listen to him, he's got a little Chris Collinsworth in him.
Nice.
He looks a little like him too.
Yeah, this might be Chris Collinsworth with us tonight.
Uh-oh.
Kurt, how about you? A to F on that game.
I'm going to say B. I think it's a good game. Hey, listen. Defense and running the ball, right? That's what we always say. Wins championships. And you know what Cleveland's going to come and do is Cleveland's going to try to run the ball down Kansas City's throat and play defense with that defense that they got. So I'm intrigued by that one.
I think it's a great game. Don't get me wrong, but I think that game is better than having the
I agree with
Bears
you, Coach.
and the Rams on Sunday night.
I
That's
totally
my point.
agree.
Come back to Coach Breslin for this one. 1 p.m. CBS. Steelers Bills.
Oh no, that's actually again, trying to get those games on primetime. That's going to be a great game too. Absolutely. Yep. Looking forward to that one.
Sis.
I agree with Coach. You know who I'm rooting for.
Kurt, you like that one there early on Sunday?
I like it. I mean, I think Buffalo, Pittsburgh after that debacle in the playoffs, getting upset by Cleveland. I think this is the last year for Big Ben, and it's a nice opening game. A couple things real quick. Real quick. Richie Katwinka saying Steelers, Bills, big game. Jets get one primetime game. Go Bucks, go Pats. Who's he going to root for when they play each other this year?
Yeah. I got a couple more games. The 1 p.m. Fox game. Coach Breslin will go last on this one. The Chargers are going to Washington, Kurt.
It's a lot of people that are not going to put it right up on the board, but it's a great game. You know, you're going to have that unbelievable defense now with Fitz with the control against the hot young quarterback in Herbert. I'm going to go definitely a B. Richie's saying that's a boring game because it's probably going to be a low-scoring game, so he's saying boring.
Sis?
I'll give it a B, and I'll go with Washington.
And Coach?
Yeah, I would say the same. You know, I think it's a B. I think the Chargers are an upcoming team, and I think, you know, the Washington football team is as well. And I think, you know, with their defense, you know, it's going to be interesting, and we'll see if Fitzmagic, you know, is the guy.
I'm going to come right back to Coach to answer the primetime games. Bears and Rams Sunday night. Ravens, Raiders Monday night. Overall rating on the primetime games.
The Bears game, F. Who wants to watch Andy? You know, again, he's a decent player, but you're putting Andy Dalton on primetime. I think that's an F. So, and then the Ravens and who?
Raiders.
Oh, I think that's a fun game. I think that's, you know, definitely a B. Absolutely.
And that'll be the opener in Vegas too.
Well, yeah, so
First
that should
game
be
in
pretty
Vegas.
cool. Oh, those people will be going crazy.
Yeah. Sis, how about you?
F plus and then a B.
F plus, like it's Kurt.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with them. Andy Dalton against that defense, like you said, you had Steelers, Bills, Redskins, Chargers. I mean, so many better games. I mean, even the Jets and Panthers with Darnold against his old team is better than that. I don't know why they made that. I guess it's the Rams' new stadium. Maybe that's why they made that. But I'll go with a B. I like Sis's too. Richie's saying Sis is right. Same thing, F and B.
We're gonna save the Broncos Giants for Briggsy Mania.
Okay.
9 o'clock. So I didn't bring up that game because Kurt, we all know, is Bronco fan, and Coach Breslin's a Washington fan, and Sis and I are Giants fans. So we got.
That's when the gloves will come out.
Oh yeah, gloves are coming out.
That's when the gloves will come out.
But here's an intriguing game. I'm gonna save the other take twos for later, Kurt.
Okay.
It's getting close to 8:30, and I want to bring our guest in. But here's an intriguing game. They did this. This is a game that had, nothing on the schedule. Colts Panthers are playing the Jets week 1. Sam Darnold revenge game. What is the rating on that one? As an undercard, I guess you would say. Like, you're gonna get the New York market. What do you grade that game, Kurt?
I mean, I'm gonna say like it's a B because I'm just intrigued to see, Darnold's going to try to ball out and take it to his old team. I don't know about the whole as a market, but I'll be intrigued by that.
Sis?
I'll give it a C.
Coach Breslin?
Well, I think it's intriguing, and I think they're smart to do something like that because they're trying to increase the opportunity for viewers. So I think it's definitely like the New York media is really going to jump all over it. Again, I think it's a BC, but just from a perspective of watching the game, I think there's going to be many people that are from the New York market that are going to jump on that.
Kenny Cole is saying, I am very excited for that matchup.
Yeah, Cole's Panther fan. He was with us on draft night. That was fun. I agree. I think it's a good move by the NFL to get, Jets fans are going to be excited, and they got their rookie quarterback, and right off the bat, he's got to go up against the guy who played for them the last 3 years, right?
Kenny, real quick.
Right under the pressure.
Kenny, real quick. I want to ask Coach Breslin a question. As a defensive coordinator, okay, would that, I don't want to use the word scare you, but Darnold's going to have BBs in his eyes of going up against his old team. So would you say as as a defensive coordinator, that's the one where you're like, oh, I really wouldn't want Sam Darnold to have all these months because you know you're going to get his best. Would that scare you just a little, that opening day it would be against, your former quarterback?
Not really. I think no matter what, because he was traded, he's going to try to want to prove himself, number one. But you're also talking about a new coach over at, for the Jets. So the schemes and everything like that are going to be different. So it's not like he's going to know everything about their schemes anyway. Plus, it's early in the season too. So, those guys are all going to be amped up for game one, no matter who they're playing. Is it going to be extra special to play them? Sure. Is he going to try to give his A game? Sure. But does that also put more pressure on him, and he's going to press too?
Right.
So you just never know.
Great point.
Guys, I'm gonna bring in our special guest for this evening, and should be joining us in a second. And I'll let Kurt introduce him when he does come on.
Okay.
And
Before I get to Thomas, I just want to say a special shout out to the Rocky Mountain Sports Report, Matt, Dave, and Jerry. Guys, please check out their podcasts, Rocky Mountain Thunder, the Rocky Mountain Sports Report. There's an awesome, listen, I love it. I'm a diehard Bronco fan, so of course I'm always watching it, but check it out. The guys do a great job, and the guys actually hooked us up with our special guest tonight, which is Thomas Reed III. Thomas, thank you very much for joining us tonight.
Hey, fellas, I appreciate y'all having me on today. I really do.
NFL hopeful Thomas Reed III, Adams State University, defensive end, outside linebacker. If you could just give us real quick, a quick background, quick overview of your playing career and, what you got coming hopefully next.
So a little background about myself. I was born and raised in New York, Deer Park, New York. I went to Deer Park High School, did my 4 years. I went to junior college. I actually went to 3 different junior colleges, Lackawanna College, Nassau Community, and then ASA College in Brooklyn. Then I got a scholarship to go out to Adams State out here in Colorado. And then after I finished up my time in college, I've just been pursuing my football career from that point on.
Awesome. It's great hearing you from New York. We're all North Jersey guys, about a half hour from New York City, and right near MetLife, that's our backyard. And I live in Southern Maryland now, but I'd like to ask you a question. Being born and raised in New York, me, like I said, I moved to Southern Maryland about 10 years ago. I would like to know some of the challenges you faced moving out to Colorado from the big city to now the Rocky Mountains and that thin air over there. Some of the challenges you faced and how you overcame it going forward to where you are now.
So I'd say pretty much one of the ways that I overcame the whole culture shock that I really went through was just realizing that it was a different chapter in my life and just kind of just remembering my purpose and what I was pursuing. The main reason why I went to school at Adams State University was because my father actually had a kidney disease. And even though he lives in New York, he was put on the transplant list at UC Health Hospital out here. Just in case if he gets his transplant here, I committed to college out here, so I'll be able to go to school, take care of him if I need to, then he can go back home and so on. So it was more beneficial for the family at the time. And then, but for me, it was like I could pursue my degree, still play ball, get done what needs to get done for myself, but also look out for my family. But adjusting to the lifestyle and the culture shock of the food and the people and things like that, it was definitely a fun time for me. It took me a little bit to get adjusted to, but I really enjoyed it.
Thanks for sharing that. And I got a little segment later, rapid fire with some food questions. I know being in New York and Colorado, Maryland here, I know food trend can be different, but I know, Coach, you got a question for him, Coach Brislin.
Coach Sis is up next, then me. Yep.
Yeah, go ahead, Sis. You take it.
Well, Thomas, welcome to the show.
Appreciate
I'm Coach Siciliano. My first question of the evening for you: do you prefer to play with your hand in the ground, or are you looking to play outside linebacker in the pros?
For me, I'm just training my body and adjusting to whatever comes. I know that coming to this level, your blessings don't come too often, and you got to take advantage of all the opportunities that you have. So I've been actually training, traveling all over the place out here in Colorado. I went to Florida for a week, working with some of the pros that play outside backer. So I've been training to stand up, learning how to drop back into coverages, how to read coverages, what to look for when you're playing man. But I'm so used to playing with my hand in the dirt that if an opportunity comes about there, I'm willing to take that. But if they ask me to play standing up, and I could do that too now. I'm learning and taking advantage of whatever opportunities I get.
That's excellent. Thank
Awesome.
you.
Kenny, real quick, couple of comments. Jimmy Eiserman saying hopefully he gets picked up by our Giants. And no, we don't want him to the Giants. We want him to the Broncos. But and Jimmy Eiserman's also saying that's a beautiful story and such sacrifice. So awesome comment by Jimmy.
Appreciate it.
We got a comment from a Joanna Reed saying missing that bacon, egg, and cheese New York style. I'll tell you a story about that in a second because that's the truth. But that is the truth. But go ahead, Kenny. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Coach Brislin, you had some great questions.
Hey, thanks. No problem. First of all, Thomas, welcome to the show and congratulations on a great college career.
Thank you.
And, best of luck to you. So you hit on it a little bit, but how has your preparation been, preparing for this opportunity? And what are some specific things you really have been focusing on in your training?
So for now, right now, I've been focusing on a lot of the mobility and stability aspect of things. I know that from college, it was about lifting weights and doing what you got to do to get stronger and just performing. But when you transition to the next level, you learn a lot about your body and how to take care of it because the longevity is what matters. So I've been learning a lot about the mobility, stability part, how the nutrition aspect of it. I like to focus on the details, whether I'm on and off the field. So I do my own cooking and my meal prepping. I have a nutritionist and a meal prep location I go to. So if I need some advice to check on my body fat and what calorie intake I need and so on, then that's what I need to do to get done what needs to get done pretty much so I can get to where I need to be,
Exactly. So. Awesome. That's great. So I guess there's no bacon, egg, and cheese in that nutrition plan then.
Sadly, no. If I have a cheat day here and there, I try to think about it. I'm like, this might be okay, here, but here in Colorado, I don't have that.
Awesome.
Kenny, Richie saying, sounds like a really good guy with a great story. Bring him to the G-Men or the Pats.
I'll take my blessings as they come wherever they come. So I appreciate it.
Go ahead, Kurt.
Thomas, real quick, I'll tell you a funny story. They were talking about the bagels. Was 3 years ago, I got married, and my wife's a huge sports fan. So I'm a diehard Bronco fan, as you know, diehard in Jersey. Yep. And she said, hey, we got married in August, so, school was starting and everything. So we said, we're going to hold off on our real honeymoon. And she goes, how about we go to Denver for a couple of days? I was like, all right, let's go. So we make a little trip. Then we look and we get married on a Friday. We were supposed to fly out on a Sunday. And all of a sudden I'm like, Jen, they got a preseason game on Saturday. We got to go on Saturday. So flew out first thing in the morning, but getting to the bagels, I remember being there and it was like, we got up like Sunday morning, we're going to get bagels. And I'm like, these bagels don't taste like Jersey bagels. And people would say, oh, you're not going to like the bagels here. Where are you from? Oh, we're from Jersey, New York. Oh, you're not going to like the bagels. I'm like, how bad could they be? Not that they're bad, but nothing like a New York, New Jersey bagel. So
you're 100% right on that. It was definitely a culture shock for me when I went to college. I was telling you guys not too long ago that I went to Safeway. And this is when I first got to Colorado. So I was like, can I get a bacon, egg, and cheese on a roll? First off, they didn't know what a roll was. And the guy just took a egg and kind of like threw it in the microwave. And I was like, is this your bacon, egg, and cheese right here?
I could definitely relate in Maryland, Thomas. It's same down here, trust me.
Yeah.
I think New Jersey and New York City's and North Jersey and New York City's in a world of its own when it comes to food.
Real quick, Kenny, Jimmy Eiserman's asking about measurements. I know Coach Sis has a question about time in a second, but he was just real quick. Can you just go over your height, weight, and 40 speed?
So the fastest 40 I ran, I'm at a 4.7 flat. I'm at about 6'2", 6'3", and I'm about 240 right now.
Awesome. Richard Reed saying teams are missing out on a great talent. I should know. I trained them. Awesome. Thank you, Rich, for the comment. So my comment for you is kind of what Coach Sis was asking about, hand in the ground or outside linebacker. Mm-hmm. The game has been changing, especially now with more of the mobile quarterback, the spread coming into the NFL and stuff like that. But that's some teams. You still have your Tennessee Titans where they're going to line up, run Derrick Henry, try to run down your throat and stuff like that. So do you envision yourself as a three down player, more or more of like a pass rusher? Would you be able to say you can handle yourself, against the Lamar Jackson type offense, but also against a power offense like a Tennessee Titans?
I would say pretty much at the next level, obviously it would take some time to kind of get adjusted to the speed, not too much time, but I know that I can get adjusted to the time. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's just playing football. I played against teams who run option. I played against teams who run a lot of screens, like to run down the middle, run down outside, stretch plays, play action, all of that stuff. It's just once you kind of get a feel for it eventually, like, and you do your studying, you do your homework, you take the coach and be coachable, whatever the scheme is for the week, then that's what you got to do, So I think I could adjust to it no matter what.
Kenny, real quick, couple more comments from an Ask Jake Montgomery from YouTube saying Thomas Reed III needs to stay in Colorado. I would echo that one. Jimmy Eiserman saying nice size, good luck. Question from Richie Katwinka. What does your daily workout look like?
My daily workout. So I wake up around 7 o'clock. I have a pre-breakfast meal, pre-workout meal. And then I go to workouts. I have my conditioning. We work on lateral movements, top end speed, movements, mobility, stuff like that. Then after that, I have a lift. After that, I have, some recovery that I do at home. I do my mobility exercises, my stretches, things like that. And then sometimes I do position work in between. I go to work. I have like a normal job, just like everybody else pretty much. And then at night, I'm trying to mentor kids. And then after that, I do my stretches and recovery and stuff, my position work. And it always varies. So I'm having about 2 to 4 sessions a day pretty much inside of a regular full schedule of work, and then mentoring and training kids as well.
Okay, another question, Kenny, real quick, from a Danton Marriott. How do you overcome objections in life?
Just remembering your purpose. Understand what's at hand and how far you got, and look at the bigger picture. Life is like watching film to me. Sometimes we go through our things, and then if we pretty much look back and say, how can we grow from that? Pay attention to the detail, not get too emotional into it, and just learn how to grow from it. Eventually, that situation is going to come back around at some point, and it's just going to get harder. So we just got to stay focused and just cherish our pain and cherish our blessings the way we do, but also learn from them at the same time.
Okay.
Awesome. I got a question, Thomas. I've been reading up that you mentor youth football players and
Yes.
by providing instruction to kids in need. And correct me if I'm wrong, you have an organization called Athletes Impact Lives?
Yes.
Okay. Two-part question. Can you educate us on that? Explain what the organization is all about. And who was your mentor growing up playing football to today?
So for me, I separate those two truthfully. Like a lot of the kids that I train and mentor is actually kids I just meet at my job. A lot of them like, hey, I play football, or I'm trying to go to college and get recruited and stuff like that. I don't want most of those kids going down the path that I went down. It was kind of a tough path for me. So what I do is I just guide them. So I do like all of the speed training, the football stuff. We take care of everything on the field, but I also make sure like, hey, where's your head at? Like, are you at a mental peace? Are you okay? Is there anything I can help you with? I do grade checks, make sure that the grades are good, because without grades, you can't go to school, stuff like that. I really invest in these kids because I really don't want them going down the path that I went down. And then regarding Athletes Impact Lives, what I did was when I was in junior college, my freshman year, I started the organization. And what I did was I just got some teammates. And what we did is we just set up events to kind of give back to the community. So I got my teammates and we went to the Boys and Girls Club, United Nations Luncheon, the VA hospitals. And we just spent time to give back to like, let people know like, hey, we are athletes, but we understand where you're at and we want to be there for you. And then on the other side of it is allowing athletes to feel like, okay, this is a humbling experience. Like there are people that look up to me. I have a purpose, So that's pretty much the two differences. But at the end of the day, it's all about changing our community and making it better.
Kenny, Richie's saying, love that you are mentoring. Look how it turned out for Kurt. I think he's trying to be funny since he was my Babe Ruth coach, Thomas. I think he's trying to say that he mentored me somehow, but I'll give him that one for now. Sam Nicole saying, the absolute most dedicated young man I've ever had the pleasure of meeting. Always giving back to the community and amazing with kids. And Jim McManus saying Thomas is determined and disciplined on and off the field.
I appreciate y'all. Thank you for that.
Great, Thomas. Thanks for sharing that.
Of course. Thank you.
Coach Sis, you're up.
I noticed that your broad jump 10.6 and your vertical 36.5. It's very impressive. And I saw you ran a 4.7 at the FCF tryout. My question is, did your hamstring being tweaked, just between us, did that hurt you on your pro day with the 4.9?
Yes, it did.
Okay.
I mean, at that point, I was at my pro day, and like I said, blessings don't come every day like that. So what I did was I kind of just had to bite the bullet and say, okay, I either sit out and don't run it, or I run it, see what I can do. So that's what I did, and I gave it everything I had. So I know that wasn't my best performance, but like I said, with the training that I've had at Landau Performance out here in Colorado and other locations and other people that I've worked with, I mean, just the truthful knowledge that's why my numbers have been improving. And then any team that gives me a chance from this point on is going to get that same improvement, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah, that 4.7, that's impressive.
Kenny, Danton Marriott saying, what a great person, the next superstar. Jimmy Eiserman saying, this guy needs to be an NFL player. We need more guys like him in this league. And Ask Jake Montgomery saying, Thomas has been great for my 12-year-old son, Maximus. He makes sure he does his homework and respects his parents.
Appreciate you.
That's awesome. Hearing stuff like that is awesome.
An inspiration to a lot of people out there. And the 15 minutes I've gotten to know you, I feel like I've known you in eternity.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, I can't thank you enough for coming on tonight. It's an honor. Coach Brislin, you're up.
Oh, thanks. And first of all, thank you for all you do to, support and mentor, young adults. Again, as coaches and, me, I've been an educator for now 25 years. The opportunity to give back all the things that we learn is so powerful. So first of all, thank you so much for that. I had also the opportunity to coach 2 unrestricted free agents who made it into the NFL, and their path always starts out as a special teams person, right? In order to make the roster, what are some strengths that you have that you think that will allow you to get that opportunity, to get on the field as a potential special teams competitor, and then hopefully will allow you another opportunity to move up the ladder to get more time?
When it comes to special teams, I'm open to it. I'm 100% open to it. In college, I was on kickoff return. I've actually was a long snapper out of my 3 or 4 years of college, so I could also use that as a backup if that's if they need. I mean, obviously, I'm still working and improving my craft in that aspect of it because it wasn't my main, but I knew it was something I was capable of doing. And now that I know it's an opportunity, I'm trying to invest in that. So if a team needs a long snapper, but also needs somebody to play linebacker, whatever the case is, so be it. If they need me on kickoff return, punt, whatever, just get down the field, that's what I'll do too. Like I said, blessings do not come too often, especially at this level. So I got to take what comes to me and run with it.
Well, and the more versatile that you are, especially with a roster, in the NFL with a certain amount of players, the more versatile that you are, it will allow you a better opportunity. So that's awesome that you're doing that. Absolutely. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Kenny, I got one for Thomas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who would you say are some NFL players you either, just for our audience, that we could say you resemble and or you would like to resemble? Like, who do you kind of model your game after, would you say?
At this point, truthfully, as a kid, I was always compared to Jason Taylor because I was always the tall kid. I was the lean defensive end coming off the edge. Back then I was like an elite pass rusher, I would say. That's what everybody compared me to. But now at this level, I really just want to pick apart and learn from everybody. I've learned, I got a couple tips from Malik Reed, but then even though I don't play safety, I'm learning the coverages from Justin Simmons. And then I've worked with coaches in Florida and, at House of I've just been picking apart the knowledge because anything that could help me get to that point of where I need to be, and so be it. You can never stop learning. It's the same thing when you adjust into different coaches. Every coaches have the same responsibility, but just different verbiage. You just got to get it done. And that's what I'm trying to do now.
Awesome.
Thomas, I got one. I also read that you earned the gold medal for the United States under-19 football team.
Yes,
for myself, personally, and I'm sure people in our audience and everybody here, can you educate us on what that is? Because I personally didn't hear of it until I read up on it, and it's pretty amazing. So if you could just share that story with everybody, the national football team, that'd be great.
Yes. So back in 2014, when I graduated high school, it was actually my senior year of high school. I was invited to go play in Kuwait for Team USA. It was about 55,000 or 50,000, somewhere around there. But they only selected about 53 or 55 for the roster. And I got invited to go play for Team USA as a defensive end, and I was able to long snap and everything. We flew us out. We played against Germany, Japan, Canada, Mexico, and we played against Canada in the championship game, beat Canada in the championship, and came back home with the gold. So
that's awesome.
Thank you.
Sis, I wanted you to share a story with Thomas, if you don't mind, because you guys have something similar. You tried out for the Giants, Sis, and you shared that story with us, Coach Sis. You shared that story with us months ago, and if you don't mind sharing that with Thomas, I think it'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. I wanted to ask him, right now, are you doing any type of film studying?
Film study?
Yes, sir. Or no?
I'm trying to pick apart what I can. So I just honestly do like the research online and find out whatever I can and how other players do it. So like NFL films and things like that, or even when I'm watching games, I just try to either have the conversations with players that I train with, and we just try to pick apart, okay, how does this player do it, and what kind of defense is this, and pick apart that kind of knowledge. But actual consistent film study, like as if I'm on a team, I haven't, truthfully.
I got to say this. You're a really nice guy. I could tell. You're blessed because you can long snap, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, my routine was basically before I got into camp, and it's more of a specialty now for you. You got a big advantage being a long snapper is what I'm trying to spit out. I used to snap like 50 balls a day, go down to the schoolyard, on the grass, whatever. Once you get to whatever camp you're going to, like when you get there, and like the first time I walked out on the Giant Stadium field, I wasn't intimidated. Oh, I'm at Giant Stadium. I'm there because I worked my butt off like I know you have. Mm-hmm. So when you get there, God bless you, kid. I hope you make it. Wherever you go, feel that you belong because you busted your butt to get there. And my last little comment, at 2:30, I ran 4.6 flat at the Giants.
I got some catching up to do. Uh-oh.
Yo, I'm 68 years old now, buddy. That was a long time ago.
You ain't running that now, sis. I'll tell you that. You ain't running that now.
In a car now.
Coach, share the Marty Coach Schottenheimer story if you don't mind, real quick.
You gotta.
When you were playing and Coach Schottenheimer told you to drop back because the running back's going to run by you.
Yeah, he was right. And thank God the quarterback I was staying with him, but the quarterback threw the ball, so I was able to tip it. The kid that was quarterback and made me look pretty good. But they were fun times. But like I told you, son, good luck to you, and act like you belong. Don't be intimidated.
Yes, sir. I appreciate the advice too, man. Really do.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Coach Brislin, Kurt, you got anything else before I bring up rapid fire?
Yeah, I got one. Do you have a favorite football team?
So what's funny is as a kid, I was just pretty much a fan of anybody. So like I was a Bronco fan at one point with Champ Bailey. Then I was a Chargers fan with LaDainian Tomlinson. Then my dad was a Dolphins fan. So I grew up a Dolphins fan sometimes, like with the Zach Thomas, Jason Taylors, Chad Pennington's, all of those guys, Ricky Williams. But once I got to like high school, I was just a fan of football overall. So I never really had a favorite team. I followed football no matter what.
Coach Brislin?
I have one more question. Sure, you play outside linebacker or defensive end, and I'm a guy who loves to blitz. So what kind of sack dance do you have when you sack the quarterback?
There you go.
That's a good one.
Hey,
I like that.
Hey, you want me to be honest with y'all? I don't even have one. I don't even have. I know. My mentality, truthfully, I mean, yeah, I know it's fun games and everything, but once you get a sack, it's like, all right, you help the team. Now, next play, reset. You know what I'm saying? And you got to keep going. So, I mean, yeah, it probably feels good. You get a little shoulder shimmy or something like that.
There you go.
Hey, just tell them you're coming back. That's all.
I mean, my boys.
That's awesome.
And that's it.
I love it. That's awesome.
I think we're gonna have Thomas back on, and we have a little sack dance off between this and Thomas in the future show.
I got one more for Thomas, and
okay,
and again, you're in Colorado, but and swear to God, again, diehard Bronco fan, listen to either KOA radio or 104.3 every day. I'm hooked, and they're just talking about like how big the Broncos are. And even, you got the Nuggets and they're doing phenomenal, the Avalanche, whatever. But what's like, since you've been in Colorado, the love affair with the Broncos? Like, why is it just so much like, as opposed to those other sports?
Truthfully, I've been here for a year and I moved here when COVID first hit. So I truthfully don't know, but I can tell you right now, people here, they don't play about their Avalanche, their Nuggets, and they don't play with the Broncos.
That's it.
Everybody, you walk around the store and you would think everybody's part of the staff or the corporation or something like that because they got Bronco from head to toe. Like,
yeah.
They do not play around.
That's cool.
Thomas, we like to close our interviews out with a little rapid fire segment. They're quick answers. They're meant to be fun. Some
Okay.
sports related, some non-sports related. And I came up with a few good ones for you. I think we'll have a little fun with this. Kurt took my first one, which was going to be your favorite football team growing up. So that one we crossed off right away. But I'm going to come right back and ask you your favorite football player of all time.
Whew. That's tough. I don't even have an answer for that one.
Okay. And do you have a current favorite football player?
No.
Himself.
Just me. I guess. I don't know. Yeah.
All right. So I know you're from New York, Brooklyn. What food? I think I know the answer to this. What food do you miss most in New York?
Bacon, egg, and cheese on a roll with ketchup and a little bit of pepper.
So my follow-up question is going to be: we're in Brooklyn. Where are we going for that bacon, egg, and cheese bagel?
Oh, you can go to any deli, any corner store on Cypress Avenue, right there by Ridgewood and Bushwick. That's where I was staying. Any deli on that corner.
Okay. And then delicacy in Denver, out there in Colorado, is these Rocky Mountain oysters. Yes, no, or hell no to them. A little fun little wager. We do fun.
No way. No
Nah.
Kurt
way.
was supposed to eat the Rocky Mountain oysters on a wager, but he weaseled out of it.
I
He
did.
got out of it.
Thomas, that's not part of your nutrition plan, those Rocky Mountain oysters?
Yeah. That's. I'm gonna go with that excuse. Yep. That's what
I
it is.
got your back, man. I got your back.
Appreciate that.
How about a favorite Gatorade flavor?
Orange. I love the orange.
Nice. And then going to shift sports now for a quick couple here. Knicks or Nets? This is important.
This season,
As a fan, like if you had to pick one.
I go with the Knicks.
All right. He can come back
Oh,
on air.
boy.
Right.
All right, he
That's
can
it.
stay. He can stay, Kurt.
Yeah, he can stay. That's it.
And baseball, Yankees or Mets?
I actually neither. I'm a Red Sox fan.
Woo.
No.
Okay.
There you go.
Listen. There's a story behind that. There's a story
Wait,
behind
there's a
that.
story. There's a story.
So my dad played a little baseball, and he grew up in Queensbridge for the Mets. But he also I grew up with him watching the Yankees. So the first game that him and I watched was Yankees versus Red Sox. So I was like, I'm gonna go against you, and I've been a Red Sox fan ever since.
That's it.
I got a couple more. How about this quick? Nike, Adidas, or Under Armour?
Under Armour, hands down.
Nice. Do you have a favorite sports movie of all time?
Friday Night Lights.
Friday Night Lights. And
Kenny, real quick, Kenny. Eddie Murphy, listen to the two comments we're getting. Eddie Murphy saying Red Sox, got to get him off the show. LOL, just kidding. And Richie Katwinka's saying, now I know this guy is all right. He's a big-time Red Sox fan, Richie. Big-time Red Sox.
that'd be rough, Thomas. New York, growing up a Red Sox in New York.
I mean, I'm a fan of baseball overall, but I just literally did it because I was in competition with my pops. That's all.
Yeah, that's fun. That's cool. I got a couple more. Coach just wanted to know if you have a favorite actor and actress.
Favorite actor and actress. I would say Jamie Foxx is one of my favorite actors. And actresses, I really don't have a favorite. I think all of them are really well, especially in the entertainment business.
And then so you're in Colorado. You said you've been there for a year.
Mm-hmm.
December, wintertime. Are you going skiing, snowboarding, ice skating, or are you just sitting inside by the fireplace?
Honestly, there's times I just sit on my patio and just watch the snow. Like, I'm a winter person. I don't go skiing or nothing like that because of, injury prevention and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I just love the wintertime. So sitting in snow and piles of it, I could do that all day. That doesn't bother me not one bit.
My very last question to you, Thomas, is give us in the audience one word that describes Thomas Reed III.
One word that describes Thomas Reed. I'd just say adversity. Adversity. Awesome. That's pretty much been my whole life. So now I just know how to live by it.
Awesome. Thomas, I'm going to let my co-hosts also say something, but I just want to personally thank you for coming on tonight. It's been a pleasure having you on, learning about your story, and wish you nothing but the best. And hopefully we can, like our audience has been saying, hopefully we could see you on our Giants, but any NFL team be a blessing to have you and follow your career out there. And
thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you for coming on. I'm going to let my other co-hosts talk to you before we say goodbye, but anytime you want to come on, Thomas, we'd love to have you back on and follow what's going on in your career.
Sis and Coach Brislin, anything else for Thomas?
Yeah, when you make it big time, make sure you come back on the show.
That's what I was gonna say, sis.
Yeah, Thomas. First of all, continue to harden the hard work that you're doing, whether it's preparing to get on the NFL or being a mentor and a leader to others. Just continue to do those things because that's going to continue to make you successful. And we're so happy that you were part of our show tonight. And best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I really appreciate you fellas for that. And like I said, I thank you guys for having me on the show tonight.
A couple more comments. Danton Marriott saying a true fighter. Jim McManus saying what a fantastic athlete and man. Joanna Reed, awesome man. Ask Jake Montgomery, determined as your one word. But again, like these guys said, Thomas, it was awesome having you on. Hopefully you make it. We're behind you. And like Coach Sis said, when you make it big time, you better say, hey, let's come back to the K&K Sports Show. But honestly,
no, Thomas definitely has to come on because I want that Coach Sis and Thomas sack dance off. We got to have that on a future show.
Listen, just do me one favor. I'm going to say this lightly with nobody listening. If you're playing against the Broncos this year, by any chance, go easy on number 12, Aaron Rodgers. All right, go easy on Aaron Rodgers. All right, shh, I didn't say that, but go easy on that. But no, Thomas, honestly, awesome. Thank you so much for coming on. And again, we would love to have you back on again.
Thank you, fellas. Appreciate you.
Thomas.
Best of luck, kid.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yep.
Stay safe.
Thanks, you too.
You too.
Kenny, Sam Nicole was saying, hit the shimmy before you go. Paul Rosen, our good friend, saying, great guest, Mr. Reed, all the best.
Yep.
He was great.
Paul, big thanks to the Rocky Mountain guys, Kurt.
Yeah, Rocky Mountain Sports Report. Again, Matt Staffiero, Dave, Jerry Murr, helping us with the connections. Guys, please check out that show, Rocky Mountain podcast. Also, they do all NFL, but I mean, especially Broncos. I love listening to them.
It's great to hear that there's athletes and people out there still doing mentoring and stuff out there. So, some athletes give the athletes a bad name, but there's people out there like Thomas that give them a good name. And
yeah, and exactly. And you know what? There's so much negativity. And listen, we love sports. We all know we all big sports fans, but you get that negativity of this story and that story, but you hear somebody like Thomas and the stuff he does on the field, off the field, especially off the field, and it's just, that's what you want, that's a role model, that's a leader. I mean, we're all coaches, Coach Brislin, that's the kind of guys you want on your field, the field, that's, hey, you guys take it like that. Ramsey he's saying, great interview with Thomas Reed III. He is a first-class athlete. Thank you, Ramsey, for that comment.
Thank you, Ramsey.
Yes.
Coach, you got any words you want to get out before you got to go? I know you got to leave us too soon.
No, but again, just like Kurt said, when you have athletes that give back to the community and provide opportunities for others, it's amazing what they do. And, and Thomas definitely is one of them. And, we commend him for that. And, hopefully we have others that continually do things like that as well. And, he was a great guy. We wish him best of luck. And again, thank you guys for the opportunity to be on your show tonight. As always, I enjoy it.
Coach, pleasure
have a wonderful night.
Thank you for joining us for the interview.
You're the best, Coach.
Thank you, Coach. Coach, hey, Breslin's boardroom coming soon.
And Coach, tomorrow's the college football roundtable if you're still interested.
Okay, I'll see what's going on, and I'll let you guys know.
Yeah,
cool.
Sounds good.
Thanks,
guys.
See you
next
night. I'm sure.
Night.
Kenny, one more comment from Richard Reed. He is truly a selfless person. That is such an awesome compliment.
You can tell. You got that many people in the short time that we've been on with him in a half hour. I could just tell, the type of person he is. And it's a great story. I really, really, truly hope he gets a chance with an NFL team. And we can follow his career.
Yeah,
Yep.
and it's so funny with that bagel thing though, because that's the God's honest truth. I mean, you could ask Jen, and it's like we went down and we ate it. We were hungry, like we went for bagels, but every morning we're like, oh, like not a Jersey bagel, like. But I will say this: there was a diner we went to, Sis, and they had these tater tots that were. I mean, every night we went to the diner for these. These were the best tater tots ever in the world. So bacon, lettuce, and tomato and tater tots there. Not so much bagels, but that was a funny story that she said.
They must have been homemade then, the tater tots, if they were that good.
They were good. Ask Jen.
Yeah.
They were good.
Yeah, yeah.
So we're in the 9 o'clock hour, Kurt. I think it's time and fitting that, we continue with football and we bring up Briggsy Bronco Mania.
Okay.
I think this week's topic, we hit it earlier, Kurt, the NFL schedule. So this Briggsy Bronco Mania is actually going to involve the three of us.
Okay.
We are going to talk about Mr. Siciliano, the Broncos and Giants in week 1.
Well, I will say, let me get to this real quick, because as we're talking on Twitter, there is a statement that was out that the NFL is planning to go full capacity for stadiums.
Yeah.
Yes, September. Yeah.
In September. Yep. So that means opening day. It was actually funny. I was talking to Jen yesterday. I was like, how awesome would this be? Opening night, Giants, Broncos. And then when it comes out and it leaks, and I said, Jen, Giants, Broncos opening day at MetLife right here.
Sis, no excuse. We can all go.
Yeah.
We can go tailgate. Hang out at Kurt's and do a show.
I tell you what, I'm down for it if you want to do it.
I'm down. So we're playing week 1, Kurt. All right, it's the Bronco Mania segment, so we'll give you the first chance to talk. I want your thoughts on traveling to New York week 1. Do you like it? That's going to be my first question to you. Do you like that you're traveling to the East Coast to play the Giants in week 1? Or would you rather, obviously you'd rather be home, or would you have rather been traveling this? If you had to travel, would you rather have traveled somewhere else week 1?
No, I'm going to be honest with you. First off, Vic Fangio has never won a September game. That's a crazy stat. Okay.
Wow.
He's only coached 1 year. He's only
2 years. 2 years.
Oh, 2 years. You're right.
So he's 0-8. Okay.
Wow.
0-8 in September.
Woo. I didn't know that.
So here's my point. Opening, they're at the Giants, at the Jaguars, at home versus the Jets. Now, I'm not going to say this team's no good, but I'm going to tell you this. If Vic Fangio can't start out 2-1 out of those 3 games, they're in trouble. So, it's a road game. I mean, don't get me wrong. Would I rather be home? Of course. But at the Giants, I think it'll be a low-scoring game. 2 good defenses. But I would love it. I want to go. Do I like the matchup? I do. It's, again, but those 3 games. So when Henry was asking about the strength of schedule, I think we got the 6th easiest strength of schedule in the year. But
hey, I tell you what, you go and beat the Giants, there's no reason why you can't beat 3-0.
Right. You know what? And listen, they need it for confidence. They need it for close wins. Again, there's no style points. It doesn't matter in the NFL if you win 17-14, 48-45. Just win. So listen, I'm excited about it. Again, I'm going to say this one more time. I either want Drew Lock or Aaron Rodgers as my quarterback. I don't want Teddy Bridgewater as the starter. One of those 2 I'll take. Let's ride with the young offense. Vic Fangio has everything he needs. There's no excuses anymore. And you know what? Win games, you're supposed to. Hey, Denver's a 1.5 point favorite on the road. You're expected to win that game. That Vegas is telling you.
Well, I was just going to say, and I'll go to, I'll get Sis's thoughts on it. I was just going to say, Giants were 6-10 last year. We didn't start winning until the second half of the year. So we didn't get off to a very good start neither. And, I was starting to think Mr. Siciliano was correct about Joe Judge, and we weren't, we lost Barkley. I thought it was going to be a very long year. We finally caught on towards the second half. So we didn't get off to a good start neither. So there's no guarantees. Like everybody's saying, oh, this is an easy game for the Giants.
Oh, no.
No way is it an easy game for the Giants.
Nope.
No game is going to be easy for the Giants. I don't want to hear it. Okay, we were 6-10 last year. If you're 12-4, maybe it's an easy game. You're 6-10. There's no easy games.
Yep.
Sis, what are your thoughts?
Kenny, real quick, Kenny, before we get to this, let me just read these comments because there are a couple more I want to get to. Eddie Murphy's asking, how much are tickets running now these days? I haven't been to a game since I was like 10 in preseason.
I can answer that in a second.
Paul Rosen is saying, I was told Epstein's bagels were great when I went to Super Bowl 42. The line was out the store. They were horrible. ML from YouTube saying, great job by Thomas in the interview. Absolutely. And Paul Rosen is asking this question. Kurt, do you like Pat Shurmur as your offensive coordinator? No.
Good. You take that one, Kurt. I'm going to take Eddie Murphy real quick. Anywhere, Ed, from like 140 to 200 is the average for average seats. Not even 40, 50 yard line seats. These are going to be average seats. So you're going to pay a hefty penny. But I would say on the average about 150.
Especially since there was no seats last year. Everyone's going to want to be going to these games.
You're going to want to get them early. You're going to want to get them early if you're going.
Right.
But I'll let you answer Paul.
All right, I'll do it quick before we get to Sis. We cut Sis off. Paul's asking, do I like Pat Shurmur as offensive coordinator? No. You know why? Because he doesn't play last year, and I talked about this with Jerry, Matt, and Dave. He doesn't play to his quarterback strengths. He plays his system, or he runs his system, okay? Drew Lock, you look at him in a couple of games, you're like, wow, we're back to the little, Scangarella, Shanahan, Kubiak offense, booting, mobile, boom, boom, he looks great. All of a sudden, we turn around. Nothing there, no quick screens, no slip screens, nobody hitting the back. He doesn't play to the quarterback. I'm not a fan of him. Listen, we'll give him a chance here, but I'll tell you this. If a certain somebody comes, Kenny, he ain't going to be the offensive coordinator. No. He'll be running his own offense. So I am not a fan of him. John Beelan saying, Broncos 2022 first overall pick. What is Lock's strength, though? His strength is his strong arm, his mobility, put him on the run, play action, let him take his shots, use your feet a little, and use the rocket arm. Go ahead, sis. I'm sorry.
No, I really don't have much to say. I agree with you. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. Two good defenses. I think it's going to be a dogfight. It's going to be that type of game. A lot of punching in the mouth.
Sis, let me ask you this, though, because this is Briggsy's segment, right? This is Briggsy's segment. And by the way, next Wednesday, next Tuesday is Mr. Briggs's birthday. And next Wednesday, we're going to do a little birthday celebration for him on air. So we'll get to that. We'll get to that. But how fired up would Briggsy be to go opening day at MetLife Stadium?
Out of control.
Out of control. Opening day.
The word I can think of. Yep.
So, it would be just sensational. He would love it, and
running in with his wet hair.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He'd have. I tell you right now, he'd have the Von Miller on. He wouldn't have the Peyton on.
Okay.
He wouldn't have Peyton on. He would have the Von. Maybe he would. He might do number 7. He might do number.
He'd be in that parking lot 7 o'clock.
Oh yeah, he'd be wired,
ready to go.
He'd be wired to go. Opening day, all with the new season, new dreams, ready to go, and
grilling the burgers. Yep.
Oh yeah.
I got a question for you, Kurt.
Yeah.
Hypothetically speaking, Mr. Drew Lock, Mr. Bridgewater is not the quarterback opening day. Not going to say his name. I don't want to jinx you. I would like you to get him. All joking aside, you're in a different division. I want to see you compete with Mahomes. I think it's time that the Broncos get back there. So hypothetically speaking, you have that other quarterback. How many weeks does it take him to adjust to a new system.
Well, I'll say this: when Denver got Manning, they started off, I want to say it was like 1-3, but then they won 13 in a row or 12 in a row. So 2-3 weeks, you know.
So our Giants would be looking good if you got him.
Yeah.
In week 1, we would have a decent shot.
Yeah. Well, I want to throw this out to you guys. You're Giant fans, right? Normally, what time do the Giants play at home?
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock, right? Okay. So this is the thing that just fires me up a little. Fox has 2 games opening week, 2 games in the 4:25 hour. The first game is the Packers at the Saints. What's the second 4:25 game?
Giants Broncos.
Why?
That'll be the Giants Broncos.
Why?
Because it's opening week and mountain time zones different. Do you want to watch a game at 11 o'clock?
Yeah, but here's what I'm thinking. That's the Aaron Rodgers window. It's either Green Bay or Denver.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
So the Giants never play at 1 o'clock, 4:25. Very rarely. And
a little story about this game. I don't know if it's true or not, but 20-year anniversary of 9/11, the day after.
Yes.
And Broncos and Giants played each other the eve of the 9/11 attacks.
I remember that.
The 20-year anniversary that they maybe.
Yeah.
I think it's. I don't know if they did it or that way, or if it just felt coincidence.
It's actually no. I did hear something today. It said that they did do that. They did make it to where it was kind of like a remembrance. And also, I think that weekend is going to be Yankees Mets, which is going to be really nice.
Would be good. That would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be good.
Kenny, Paul Rosen, understand, I could not stand how he called plays as head coach of the Giants. Thought he called terrible games on the Giants. Should have a separate OC. And Beelin's asking, what do the Broncos give up for Rodgers? Hey, load that. What do you say, sis? Load the brink truck up. Load it up, right?
Johnny Beelin out there listening. Don't forget, tomorrow, college football roundtable.
Yes, please join our panel. Please join our panel tomorrow, Beelin.
I can tell you this much. If Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback, that line ain't going to be no 1.5.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you.
Is that line 1.5 because Vegas has some inside information?
Listen, I'm shocked Denver's a 1.5 point favorite. I mean,
that's the point I'm making.
I know.
That's the point I'm making.
I know.
Do they think that Rodgers is going to be on the? I said his name. I don't want to.
Well, I just looked in. You know what? That 4:25 window. Listen, he's the story of the offseason, right? Regardless of where he is, it's probably going to be one of those 2 teams. So 4:25. Fox has got those people are going to go, right? You're going to have Troy Aikman, Joe Buck. All those guys are going to go wherever he is on that 4:25 window. And they secured themselves by putting that Denver Giant game. So
they're in a win-win situation.
They're in a win-win situation.
Couple more minutes, Kurt, and then we'll get into Sis's rapid fire. I mean, the Packers just, I'm going to come out on a limb. I think he's coming to you. I think you're going to be a very happy person come September, Kurt.
I hope so.
I do. And I'm not saying that just to get you all excited. I think you're going to be an excited Bronco fan. I think he's coming. And I'd say that because Packers just signed Blake Bortles today. Yeah, it's Blake Bortles, but you know what? A veteran backup now. Why is he on the team if Jordan Love's the backup? Like, why do you need Blake Bortles? Like, I think they're going to wait till June 1st, and that's when they're going to start talking. But I don't think they're going to waste much time because the Raiders are in the division too. So you can't let them go to the Raiders.
Oh, no. That would be a total disaster if that happened.
And you know what? Yeah, you got Bridgewater and you got Locke. You know, if they don't want either one of them, then you know what? Ship one of them to another team.
Yeah, but like you said, with the schedule, Giants, Jaguars, Jets, you got to win 2 or 3. You got to. Yeah. I mean, you know, because then you go Baltimore, Pittsburgh, Raiders, Cleveland, Redskins, Cowboys. You know, you got to go 2. You get the momentum, go 2-1, and away we go. You know, Eddie Murphy saying Denver's favorites because no one knows where Daniel Jones is going to show up. what Daniel Jones is going to show up, and we didn't do anything with the O-line. Sis, real quick, we're going to talk Giants for 1 second. Offensive line. I know you didn't want a lineman, but Eddie's saying you didn't fix the offensive line. What's your thoughts on that, sis?
Well, from reading, you know me, I read the Post every day. They seem to be pretty satisfied with the people that they have plugged in, and I think that's why they didn't really go out of their way to take any linemen. And again, time will tell. We're going to see. We're going to see.
Richie Katwinka saying trade Danny Dimes to Green Bay for Rodgers, and Beelan saying if I'm the Packers, I have Rodgers sit the year. Like, yeah, I understand what Beelan's saying. I really do. And you get to that part of like, you know what? Screw you. You're not going to tell me what to do. But when you do look at like you're the general manager, if you have a team, the guy is 30. How old is he? 38, Kenny? 37? Yep. Okay.
37,
okay. 37, 38. If someone's going to give you 3 number 1 picks, 2 2s, a third, to turn that down just to be spiteful, to make him like, to say, I beat you, it's, like you can't do that. You got to look what's best for that team is to go forward and move him and get a haul. I mean, that's a haul, 3 number 1 picks for him. That's a lot of picks, I mean, I'm doing it if I'm Denver because you're a quarterback away. But how do you not do that, sis? If you're a general manager, if are you really going to be that stubborn and say, I'm not trading you? There's no way. I'm not going to trade you. I'm going to sit the year and you're going to turn down all those draft picks. You're destroying your team by doing that.
Yeah, but you never know, man, with these owners and you know whatever.
The problem is Green Bay doesn't have a legit owner.
Right.
So they don't like this. There's like 3 guys running the show over there. So this GM,
that's the problem.
If you had an owner, right? If you had an owner, I could guarantee you that owner is going to that GM and saying, I'm giving you 1 day to fix this with Aaron Rodgers, or you're done, or I'm getting you the hell out of here. Yep. Nobody's telling him that because they don't. Nope. There's no bosses. That's different. It's totally.
Good point.
Totally different. Look at the whole situation with Belichick, right? And Richie could talk about this, but with Brady, right? Belichick. Listen, it's not news. Belichick wanted Garoppolo over Brady. 3 years ago, right? Brady went to Kraft, and he said, "I want Garoppolo the hell out of here."
Yep.
And what happened?
Shipped them right out.
They shipped him out of there. So that's what the owner does. Here, there's no owner. So, it would be. I think if there was a legit owner, it would be fixed because they'd get the general manager the hell out of there. They would. They would say to him, "Says you want Jordan Love gone? I'll trade Jordan Love. I'll get him out of here tomorrow." This guy's not going to do it. He picked them.
Like you said, if they make him sit out the year, they're punishing him and they're punishing the team. So we're going to find out.
Yep.
Aaron Rodgers is top 3 quarterback in the NFL. So,
no doubt.
Like Kurt just said, any other ownership, 80-90% of the owners are saying, "Yep, Jordan Love's gone. Coach is gone. If you want the coach gone, I'm keeping Aaron Rodgers on my team.
Yeah.
He's my best chance to get me a Super Bowl."
Right. Now, a couple comments, though, to contradict what you're saying. Eddie Murphy saying that's a lot for a guy who chokes in the postseason. Beelan saying Rodgers is a baby. The Packers paid him. Let him rot out his contract. Why have him win a ring? So, again, that stubbornness is.
But, John, I get what you're saying, John, and I get what Eddie Murphy's saying. But if a team wants him, I'm not going to name teams, but if a team wants Aaron Rodgers and wants to give up 3 first-round picks, I know Aaron Rodgers isn't going to come back to play for me. Why wouldn't I want to give that team – why wouldn't I want to get 3 first-round picks and build my future around my future quarterback who's going to be around for the next 15 years?
Well, the thing is, like you said, you caused this problem because you drafted that quarterback.
Yeah.
So you better stand behind that quarterback. You caused the problem.
Yeah.
Right?
Correct.
That quarterback ain't sitting on the bench for the next 3 years.
No, he better not. I mean, how stupid is that? Look, you could have had one of these Brandon Ayuk, Justin Jefferson. You could have had all these receivers last year, and you took Jordan Love. Like you're saying, you're not going to sit him for another 4, 5, 6 years. Well, that's a stupid pick. You should get fired on that decision alone.
Yep.
Stupid.
Yep. Final words on Briggsy's segment, Kurt.
Again, just, looking back again, next weekend is next Tuesday is his birthday. We're going to have a little celebration at around 9 o'clock next Wednesday. We'll get more information out for that. But, just he would be fired up, man. He would just be like, sis, he would be fired up for that opening day.
Big time.
He would love it. And that's it. I'm ready for the season now.
All right.
That being said,
last comment, because Brislin made a great point that I heard somebody say this about Rodgers. Okay, and Brislin did nail this. But Love is in the same position that Rodgers was with Favre. What's the difference? That's a great point. He did.
But Favre did go to Minnesota.
Oh no, right. But I'm saying is Rodgers really they drafted Rodgers to replace Favre.
And Favre left.
Well, they traded him.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So I think it's going to be the same exact thing because there's no ownership in Green Bay.
Yep, I know.
So the GM can do whatever he wants. The ownership has no say. There is no ownership.
Yep.
Which is crazy. I think it's about time somebody buys the Packers and they give up the Packers.
Yeah, hey, listen, I hope it gets done.
Yep. Well, I think it's time, Kurt.
Is it time for the segment of the night?
The segment of the night. You got to put it on the screen.
Let's start out with the
time for rapid fire with Sis.
Wait, Sis, let me get you because I like having you behind the back in the background.
The official
Sis always keeps us on his toes. What is he official for us tonight?
Who knows what's going down tonight?
The official scorecard to my right. Mm-hmm.
I'm ready tonight. I did a little research today. Let's go.
All right, we're going to be that he did the research. We'll start out with Mr. Valenti tonight first. Vitamin C is known as the sunshine vitamin. Yes or no?
Absolutely.
You started out with a minus right out of the gate. It's not. No. Next question, Kenny. Lewis Carroll was Mark Twain's real name. Yes or no?
Yes.
Lewis Carroll was Mark Twain's real name. Yes or no?
Yes.
There's a minus for you. Next.
I must have been reading the newspaper for the horses that day.
Kurt, in nautical terms, the port on a boat means to the left. Yes or no?
No.
-2. The port is to the left. Kenny, hold on 1 second.
By the way, Kenny, I got to tell you this news. I am on Mr. Siciliano's diet I started this week.
I heard.
Kenny, Florida has 2 time zones. Yes or no?
No.
You guys are running neck and neck tonight. Yes, they do. Nobody's got a plus yet. Kurt, the 1,000 Islands are located in the Ohio River. Yes or no?
Yes.
Another minus. Damn. You guys are ice cold tonight.
All right, I'm going to put my thinking cap on right now.
Kenny, the original Pac-Man was Puck-Man. Yes or no?
No.
Another minus. Yes, it was. Kurt, iodine chemicals symbol is ID. Yes or no? Iodine chemical symbol is ID.
No.
Yes or no?
No.
First plus of the night.
There we go. Let's go.
Here we go. Kenny, Andrew Jackson was known as Old Hickory. Yes or no?
Sure, yeah.
Tied up. 1 up. Kurt,
Old Hickory. I thought that was from Hoosiers.
the Hulk original color was blue. Yes or no? The Hulk's original color.
Yes.
Another minus.
Was it green?
The Hulk original color was blue. The answer is no. So it was green.
Wow.
Kenny, Benjamin Franklin was the first postmaster general. Yes or no?
That sounds accurate. I'm going to say yes.
That was a good guess. Mr. Valenti. Happy Days coined the phrase jump the shark. Happy Days show
No.
coined the term
No.
jump. Another minus.
Jump the shark.
Jump the shark. That was a phrase on Happy Days. Kenny, the Great Gatsby first name was John. Yes or no? The Great Gatsby.
Wasn't that in Back to School, The Great Gatsby?
We got to change this segment to History 101 with Sis. Yes.
Another minus.
Yes.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, teacher.
Here we go. Kurt. Windsor Castle is known as the key to England. Yes or no?
Yes.
Windsor Castle. Another minus.
How do you study for this? This is harder than the SATs.
Kenny. Now listen to the question. The only even prime number 2. Is that true? Is that the only even number? The only prime even number? Yes or no? Number 2.
No.
Another minus.
Hey, wait a minute. Wait. After this, wait, sis. After this comment, we're getting a third person next week. John Beelan. It's a funny comment saying these guys are terrible. Definitely Garfield education.
Oh, he's coming on next.
He's coming on next week. Oh God.
Who's up? Kurt?
Yeah.
It's 50-50 too.
Kurt, you could only see a rainbow when you're standing behind it. Yes or no? You can only see a rainbow when you're standing behind it.
Yeah.
Nope. Kenny, a jiffy, Giffy, is an actual unit of time. Yes or no?
Yes.
Good guess, Kenny. Because I know you didn't know that.
Got to get him once in a while. It's 50-50. Kurt, got to get
Absolutely. Kurt, the infinity sign is called the lem incessicate. Yes or no?
I'm gonna say yeah because I can't even understand what you said. So I'm gonna say
You got
yeah.
a plus. You got a plus. Kenny, a full-grown grizzly bear can run as fast as a racehorse. Yes or no? Full-grown grizzly.
Yes.
Good guess. Kurt.
Hey, if it was my racehorse, he would beat him.
Kurt, tigers have striped skin as well as striped fur. Yes or no?
No.
Nope, it's yes. Another minus. Kenny, if a month starts on a Sunday, it will contain a Friday the 13th in it every month. Yes or no? If a month starts on a Sunday, it will contain a Friday the 13th in every month.
Yes.
That it starts on a Sunday. Good guess?
That was the batting practice toss, Kurt. That I got.
Kenny, real quick, John Beelan. This is why you bet the opposite of what Kurt does. LOL, you'd win every time. Real quick, sis, Kenny. Here's my open challenge. We're months away. I want this for straight up jersey for jersey. Okay, no money involved. Jersey for jersey. I got Tampa Bay. He's got Dak. No spreads. Dak should go into Thursday night and beat Tampa Bay. Jersey, Bronco jersey for Jet jersey. It's on the table for Mr. Beeling. Go ahead, Mr. Sis.
Kurt, summer begins in June in the Southern Hemisphere. Yes or no?
No.
Correct.
Yes, sir.
Plus.
Here
Kenny.
I come, Kenny.
Kenny, the official currency in Iraq is called the din. D-I-N-N. Yes or no?
Yes.
Very good guess.
Beelin's in on that bet, Kenny, by the way.
Nice.
Let's go. Jersey for jersey. He's got Dak, I got Brady. Let's go. And that defense.
Kurt, the phrase Third Rome, R-O-M-E, is a nickname given to the city of Moscow, Russia.
Yeah, true.
Get his face.
True.
Plus. You got it.
Eddie
Kenny.
Murphy saying, I don't know how you would look in green, Kurt, LOL.
Kenny, the river that runs through the city of Hamburg, Germany is the Rhine. Yes or no?
No.
Very good. Kurt.
Who needed to study in high school, right?
That's it.
I didn't. Kurt, Jamaica's head of state is still Queen Elizabeth II. Yes or no?
No.
Nope, minus. She is. Kenny, Malaysia's currency is officially called the pound. Yes or no?
No.
Correct.
That's England. England's the pounds.
Very good. Kurt, the Lion City is the nickname given to Singapore. Yes or no?
Singapore was the movie that was in. Wasn't that the what's that called movie? The guys Singapore. I'm gonna go yes.
Very good. Two more. Kenny, Cambodia's official currency is called the Riel, R-I-E-L. Yes or no?
I'm going to go yes on that one.
Very good. Kurt, yes or no? There's 206 bones in the human body.
True.
I was going to slap you if you didn't know that one. All right, let's add it up.
Kurt, while Sis is adding up, I got a little twist on rapid fire for both of you guys.
Okay.
Oh, a little closer tonight, boys. 9-6, Kenny wins.
I got you again, Kurt. Kurt, I'm going to do this real quick, and then we'll get into Stump Kurt, all right?
By the way, Kenny.
2 weeks in a row. That's Kenny's second week in a row getting it.
All right, Kenny. I give Kenny credit. By the way, Kenny, bad news. The Atlanta Hawks came back and defeated Washington. They were down 8 going into the fourth. They won by 4. So that hurts our Knicks a little. Must win from now on for going out.
All right, I got a little twist on rapid fire, too, so I'm going to throw these out there, okay?
Yep.
These are sports related. It's called Would You Rather. I'm going to do this real quick. I'll start with Kurt. Right now on paper, would you rather have the Broncos offense or Raiders offense?
Broncos offense.
Sis.
Broncos.
Come right back. We're gonna go with Sis on this one first. Would you rather have Jalen Waddle with the Dolphins or Devontae Smith with the Eagles?
Jalen Waddle with the Dolphins.
Kurt?
Devontae Smith with the Eagles.
I'm going to agree with Sis on that one with the Waddle. Here's a 3 for Kurt. Right now, would you rather have Zach Wilson with the Jets Justin Fields with the Bears or Mac Jones with the Patriots?
Zach Wilson with the Jets.
Sis?
Right where Mr. Jones is right now.
Let's go to baseball. News is Oakland A's might be moving soon. Do you want to see them? Would you rather see them move to Las Vegas, stay put, or somewhere else?
Who's up?
Kurt.
Stay put.
Sis.
Agree with Kurt. Stay put.
I like to see him in Vegas. Sis. I think I know where you're going to go on this because you hit this a couple weeks ago. NFL. Keep the 17-game season, or would you rather see an expanded playoffs?
Expanded playoffs.
Kurt?
Expanded playoffs.
You agree. Kurt, horse racing. Would you like to see Medina Spirit win the Triple Crown, or see that horse lose in the Preakness or Belmont?
I want to go for another Triple Crown.
Sis?
I hope he gets buried.
I hope he loses too, to be honest. In the Belmont. I want to see it. I want to see New York.
Heartbreak at the end.
I want to see excitement in New York that it means something. It's always it's always hit or miss. It's always could be the Triple Crown or there's no excitement. So, all right. Here you go, Sis. Here's a fun one for you.
Well, if they juice him up again, he's got a shot, but go ahead.
Would you rather have Big League Chew or Double Bubble if you were sitting on a bench in the dugout?
Double bubble.
Kurt.
Big League Chew.
I'm a Double Bubble guy myself.
The flavor lasts as long with the double bubble.
Sis, would you rather see Kurt eat Rocky Mountain oysters or do the Pocky Chip Challenge? That was that hot chip that I did.
Oh, yeah. Definitely the hot chip challenge. Yeah.
Kurt, same question for Sis. What would you rather see him do?
The challenge.
Okay.
I like to see Kurt eat broccoli raw.
He couldn't do that challenge.
My last two, and then we'll get into the rest of the show. Sis, would you rather watch paint dry or hear Kurt mention Aaron Rodgers 100 times a show?
Rather watch paint dry.
Kurt, your last one. Would you rather teach Sis how to host a Zoom meeting or have a class on how to tag people on Facebook?
Oh my God! Oh my God! Well,
getting better at tagging. You got to admit.
Coach Brislin said paint dry, and Eddie Murphy saying which chip. I want to see Sis train the people. So the first one.
I want to see him host a meeting.
That's the first one, right?
Zoom meeting. Yeah. He's got to host a Zoom meeting.
He's got to host a Zoom meeting.
That was my little spin on
that. Was good.
That was good.
That was good.
I got a quick Stump Kurt.
Okay.
Then we could do. We could talk about the Knicks and the other two take fives if you want.
Okay.
We didn't finish that. You want me to do the Stump Kurt first?
Yeah, hit me up with Stump Kurt.
I got Bronco questions for you tonight. And
Coach Breslin saying, "Me too. See, Sis, host the training. I got his back. I will help him."
I got 3 Bronco questions for you, Kurt.
All right, let's go, baby.
The schedule release came out today, so
let's go.
You're going to see a theme here. The last time the Broncos won the last time the Broncos won in the regular season, week 1.
It was with Case Keenum. They beat Seattle.
Right.
So that was 3 years ago because it wasn't Fangio's. It was Vance Joseph's last year.
Yep, I'll give you that one.
Okay.
Last time the Broncos won in the regular season against the Giants.
That's
Not as
tough.
hard as you think, because you got to figure every 4 years.
Well, it wasn't 4 years ago because the Giants upset them. I'm going to say it was the Manning Bowl. I'll say 2000.
Got to get the year right.
I'm going to say 2000. It's when Manning broke the record, 2013.
Very good.
Okay.
2-0. Bonus point. Do you remember the score of that game?
They won
You're
by.
not going to lose a point. You're not going to lose a point if you get it wrong. But you can get a chance for a bonus point here.
I'm going to throw 31-24 out. I think they won by 7.
That was a good guess. They actually beat us pretty bad, sis. 41-23.
Ooh, okay.
Wow. Wow.
That was the Manning Bowl.
Yep. So right now you're 2-0.
Okay.
That was a bonus.
Good.
Peyton Manning had 2 touchdowns in that game. Who did he throw them to?
Oh, same people?
Two different players.
Receivers.
One was Julius Thomas. Correct or incorrect?
I'll give you. I'll say, yeah, you're right on the first one. I'll give it to you.
Wasn't Welker. I'm going to go Demaryius Thomas.
You should have went with Welker.
Oh, was Welker?
Yeah.
Damn it. Okay.
All right, so I got you on that one. And the very last question was a running back scored 2 touchdowns in that game. Who was the running back?
No Sean Moreno?
Very good, Kurt.
Okay.
Got you on a 3-1 record today.
All right, not bad.
That was good.
Not
That was
bad.
my little thing on opening.
He's hard. He's hard to beat on that.
Yep. Little theme, keep it theme related,
Not very good.
Want to get a little more take 5 in, guys?
Yeah, sure. We got 2 more, right?
Yeah. So we did the first 3, and that was Tim Tebow. We covered Bob Baffert news. We covered the NFL schedule release, week 1 games. Got a little MLB talk here, sis. The Dodgers are struggling. They're 19-17 in 3rd place in the NFC West. Any concerns with them, or is this just just a little glitch right now?
That's a great question. I don't think it's a glitch right now. They're just not gelling. They're ice cold right now.
Sure.
Eddie Murphy saying my favorite Giants Bronco game was 1998. No. No, Kenny, no. No way. More than one story on that. You know what? Is it concerning? I mean, yeah. I mean, they are cold, like Sis said. But the thing again, I just think they just got to get to the postseason with that pitching staff. I know May's done now, but Bauer, Bueller, Kershaw, Coach Breslin saying injuries, bullpen, and bad defense. Injuries play a big role. Concerns would be, do they get healthy? I think they'll get another pitcher. And if they have those pitchers going in, I think they'll be all right. But you don't want to play around with that wild card game, Kenny. We've seen it how many times, that one and done. You don't want to see that. So a little concerning, yeah. I mean, I still think they'll be all right. They got the pitching.
I agree with both you guys. I think that the struggle is for real, but I'm going to say this. I would be a lot more concerned. Am I concerned that the Giants are in first place? I don't think they're playing great, and hats off to them. But if I had to pick the Giants 3 games up on the Dodgers, can they pick that up in a month? Yeah, absolutely.
By the way, Kenny, Garrett Cole with a gem tonight. 1-0. He went 8 innings, 4 hits, 12 strikeouts.
Guy's amazing this year. I got to give him credit.
And look how they're winning. 3-1 yesterday, 1-0. That's how you win. That's how you win, right, sis? Little pitching, not 19-13. Yep. That's what you need. That's not the Yankees.
And Glaber got knocked out of the box with the COVID.
Oh, did he? I didn't see that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not see
real
that.
quick though, I'd say I'll be a little more concerned, guys, if the Padres were on fire.
Yeah, exactly. That helped. That's the saving grace, Kenny.
Saving grace.
Absolutely.
That's the exact word I was going to use. Like
Yep.
that's the savior right there. Is that they're not blowing it out of the water in the division. You know, and if they had like a 5-6 game lead on the Dodgers, I'd be a little worried if I was a Dodger fan or a Dodger player. But the Padres are only one game high. I think one game better than the Dodgers. So.
By the way, Chapman, Eddie's saying Chapman has been lights out. I did not see this. So the Yankees had 7 more positive cases, huh?
Coach.
Yeah.
And all 7 those people were vaccinated. It said.
Yep.
Which is scary.
That's crazy.
So.
I don't know. Look into that a little more. I don't know if that. I don't know. I didn't hear that, but I would look into it a little more. I heard it's just people that were exposed. There's a difference between exposed and having, you know, you're in close contact with people. That's what I think it was, Kurt.
No, it's actually saying on the thing they have 7 positives on staff.
And were they definitely vaccinated?
Yeah, it just says the new positives includes pitching coach Matt Blake, third base coach Phil Nevin, first base coach
Nevin
Roger Willardis. 6 of the 7 people who have tested positive are asymptomatic. All 7 people who tested positive have been vaccinated.
Yep, they were all vaccinated in the spring. He's right.
So that's a little scary.
Was in the post today. Yep.
And I think that I don't think what's his name has it. Torres. They're saying they're just holding him out for now.
Oh, okay.
So, but keep an eye on that.
Yeah. So my
Sure.
take 5 would be on the Knicks, Kurt, NBA.
Okay.
Last night we finished the recent West Coast trip 3-3. Heartbreaking loss. We've overcome this before. We've had, you know, when you think the Knicks are going to start slumping, they come back and they win 5, 6, 9, 10 in a row. I'm not worried about it. Their magic number, here's my thing. Their magic number is 1 to clinch at least the 6th seed.
Yes.
Start with Kurt. A, do they get at least 1 more win in the next 3 games? And B, what seed do you predict them getting?
They will definitely get 1 win. Without a doubt, they'll definitely get 1 win. The thing is, what's great is that Brooklyn won tonight. And with Brooklyn winning, that keeps Philadelphia and Milwaukee having to play. I still think the Knicks are going to get the 4 seed because I think Atlanta's going to win out, and I think the Knicks are going to win out. And Miami, see, if it's Knicks in Atlanta, the Knicks, Eddie Murphy's saying Knicks need the 4 spot to have a chance to get out of first round. They need the 4 or 5. I don't mind going to Atlanta. The Knicks cannot be the 6 and play Milwaukee. That we can't do that right now. I agree with Eddie on that. But if it's Atlanta, Miami, and the Knicks, if they all tie, Kenny, the Knicks go to 6. If it's Atlanta and the Knicks go to 4. So Atlanta doesn't really matter. We need Miami. We need Miami to lose 1 of 3. Now, Miami's next 3 games. Home versus Philly, at Milwaukee, at Detroit. I think Milwaukee is going to play because Milwaukee still does not. Milwaukee and the Nets are playing for the 2-3. So we just keep needing Milwaukee and the Nets to win to stay close and then win that. But I think the Knicks will win out.
Sis, what about you?
I agree with Kurt. If you have to play in the 6th seed, you're in trouble. So you want that 4th seed to be able to advance to the next round. Mm-hmm.
I agree. Yep. Kurt, I'm going to just mention too, I'm a little, not going to lie, I don't know if we're going to get all 3. And my reason for saying that is, and I'll ask you a question. My reason for saying that is I'm a little concerned with Burks and Quickly not being in the lineup.
Yeah.
Now, my question to you would be, Frank steps up a little bit.
He played well last night.
Do you put Rose at the 2, the way he's been playing with the second team?
Eddie Murphy saying the beard is back, and man, I never miss someone who isn't family. So Mr. Harden's back tonight. What is Harden doing tonight? Harden has what is Harden doing tonight? Harden came off the bench, 16 minutes, 8 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists.
But Rose, what do you do with him? Do you want him running the point, or Frank's going to step up?
No, I gotta have him run the point. I don't trust Ntilikina. I like more Ntilikina as the 2. Let him shoot some threes, cover people, but I don't want the ball in his hand. I want Rose to have the ball.
He did play lights out defense yesterday.
He does,
Frank.
and that's what he does.
But we need that consistently, though. You can't just have that one out of every 5.
I agree. Totally agree.
Barrett, I'll give him a pass yesterday. Barrett's been hot. You're gonna have bad games. Randall. Hey, what can you say about that guy, right? I'm not saying it because he's my guy, but what he did to AD yesterday was amazing.
No, which is amazing, but I'm going to give Sis a lot of credit on this because Sis texted me, I want to say it was last Friday night, might have been Saturday morning when the Knicks lost to Phoenix. Remember what you said, Sis?
No.
You said something to the point of, not with the big boys yet.
Oh, okay.
Okay? And the reason why I agree with Sis on that, and Kenny, no knock to Julius Randle. And I read this in a tweet last night, and I firmly believe this. He doesn't have that clutch gene. He doesn't have that. Where you're down 1, give me the ball, I'm going to go to him. That's what the Knicks are missing. And a guy like that, that's Damian Lillard. That's a guy where,
Well, I know what you're saying, but I disagree a little bit. I don't
He
know
hasn't hit a shot yet. He hasn't hit
the whole game yesterday, or did you fall asleep?
I watched the game. I'm saying though, when that game's on the line,
when he hit that 3-pointer with the hand in the face, that was clutch.
It was clutch, but he didn't hit the shot. And first off, listen, it shouldn't have mattered because they should have friggin' rebounded. Get the rebound, you win the game.
What shot didn't he hit?
The runner at the end.
That was Barrett who took the
No, he shot the runner. No, Barrett shot the 3. But
in overtime, Barrett shot the last shot. No,
that was not overtime. That was to win in regulation. In overtime, after the guy Tucker, whatever his name, took the 3, Randall had a runner and it rimmed out.
I get what you're saying, but you put Lillard on the team and Randall's going to become more clutch.
Well, Eddie's saying Knicks need another scorer. They will be a destination in the offseason. See, Sis, you said Randall's a beast, right? Why is it like you said, why do you think he's a beast?
Plays both ends of the court.
Bingo.
Thank you. Okay, but is he a number 1, Sis? Is he a number 1 on a team that you're going to want to go deep into a postseason run?
I can only go by what I see when I watched him. Repeat myself. He gives it 100% on offense and 100% on defense. So to answer your question, yeah, I'd want him on my team. Yep.
I gotta agree with Sis. I mean, hey, we got the money. If we can get a player to come play here.
Oh, yeah, that's a no-brainer.
Of course. Yeah. Barrett's getting older. Barrett's getting more mature. Barrett's starting to come into what I did not expect because I thought, Barrett's been great this year, and that's because I think Randall has helped him get better, which is good. Mm-hmm. Which is good. Now you bring in a Lillard. Lillard's going to make Randall even better next year.
Right. That's what I'm saying. You got to get – and listen, point guard is a position we're always talking about. I mean, Derrick Rose is – listen, he's having a phenomenal season. I love the move. We love Derrick Rose. But Derrick Rose, with injuries, you can't tell this guy play 35 minutes. He can't do that.
Yeah,
He can't do it. Now, I want to pay him and I want him back, but we got to get a legit point guard. We can't stop. We can't go with this little Alfred Payton. That's got that experience.
Let me throw a name out there.
It's got to end. It's got to end.
A name that's out there that's been rumored. I want your thoughts on it, and then
I know who you're going to go with. Is he a Raptor?
Kyle Lowry.
I like him.
I think a change of scenery would be good for him.
And he's got a little of that clutch gene.
Yeah.
Eddie's saying yes, Randall a beast. He almost knocked out the ref because they didn't call the foul when playing the Nets. Probably should won 2 of the last meetings if the refs made the call. Listen, the Knicks are going to be, he's saying, all right, well, Eddie's saying Schroeder from the Lakers or Lonzo Ball. I'm still big on Lonzo Ball. I am. Kenny, Sis, what about you? You want Lonzo Ball?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now,
I would take him.
Breslin's saying, now that they are winning, I think guys will come. Go get Lillard or Melo. I would love Melo to come back.
Melo come back.
I would love. And
what's Chris Paul's contract out?
I think he's up.
Would you bring him here for
Yes.
a year?
Yes.
He's made everybody better. Look what he's done in Phoenix. Look
Yes.
what he did in Oklahoma City.
100%.
Look what he's doing now.
Yes.
Look what Oklahoma City's doing now without him.
Yes.
And you know what? And you bring Rose back, and now you got 2 veteran point guards that don't have to play 40 minutes a game. You can play Paul 30, and you can play Rose with the second team.
But I will say this, Kenny, in the playoffs, there could be no jerking around. Like, if you're going to start Peyton, seriously, it can't be you're down 13-2. No, you can't do that in the postseason. You got to be in, out, get him in 2. Seriously, if you're going to start him, 2 minutes, get him out, get Rose in, play quickly.
I thought about that, Kurt. I know everybody wants Rose in the starting lineup, but you bring Peyton in with the second team and nobody's scoring?
No. I don't even play. No. I don't mean you don't play Peyton. Let it be Rose. Rose and Quickly have to just share those minutes. Maybe a little of Ntilikina.
Well, what's
maybe
Quickly's injury looking like? Because
I gotta. You know what? We got to get him for the postseason. We need him. We need him.
We need a shooter, and we need Burks too.
We need Burks. You're right.
You know, we need some shooters.
So.
How bad is Kevin Knox? He can't even get into the lineup.
I think he's done. I think he's done as a Knick.
He's finished.
Yeah, he's finished. That was just a. But you know what? That was a bad.
You know, I'm a fan of defense, and one guy I do like on our Knicks is Nerlens Noel.
Yeah.
Bring him back next year too.
Well, again, that's why Mitchell Robinson.
Cheaper version of Mitch.
Yeah, and that's the chip. I think is we want to make Damian Lillard, Karl Anthony Towns, people
and
we want to
Taj
trade.
Wants to play another year, bring Taj back.
Yep, I agree.
We don't need. It's not a center league anymore.
No,
it's not the Patrick Ewings.
No, get athletic, rebound. Defend.
It's more of a power forward and shooting guard, point guard type of league now.
By the way, we may be in tonight. There's 4 minutes left, and Cleveland is up 11 points with 3:38 over Boston. So if Boston loses, the Knicks
Boston's
are
in trouble because Tatum's out for the year.
No, not Tatum. The other guy, Brown. Yeah. So.
Overall thoughts on the Knicks? What do you said 4 seed? I think 5 seed, but I hope I'm wrong.
I think 4. I think the Knicks are going to go through, and I think the Knicks and Atlanta are both going to win out, but I think that Miami's going to get beat once. So hopefully we're 4. Like Sis says, we need to be the 4. I don't want to be 6. I'll take 5. I don't want to go to Milwaukee. Not in the first round.
I'll take 5 because we can beat Atlanta.
Yeah. So, all right, boys.
Good show tonight.
That was a great show. I want a special thank you to Coach Brislin. Special thank you, Kenny. You did an awesome job with the agenda. Coach Sis, Mr. Sis, always with your rapid fire with Sis. And a special thanks to our special guest, Thomas Reed III. Just awesome guy. Hopefully he makes it. Hey, we're pulling for him. We want to see him playing. And also, again, one more thanks to the Rocky Mountain Sports Report, Matt, Jerry, and Dave. Rocky Mountain, the podcast. Again, those guys, please check them out. You know, the Rodgers situation. I'll talk about Denver's schedule. You know, the Drew Lock Bridgewater matchup. So check them out. Coach Brislin saying, great show. Great jobs, fellas. Always a pleasure to be on your show. And Kenny, real quick before we get the final thoughts, tomorrow, what do you got planned for tomorrow?
Tomorrow, we're changing up wits and wagers a little bit. It's the slow time of the, before the playoffs. We'll get back into wits and wagers. So tomorrow, we're bringing in our good friend from high school and high school coach and coached in college level. Mr. Guy Bertola is joining us along with three of us. Carson Shear. We're going to do a college football roundtable. I'm going to be the host of it. You guys are going to be the panelists. And we're going to do it like that show on ESPN called Around the Horn. We're going to do it that style.
Okay.
You're going to get plus points and minus points if you interrupt. I'll go over the rules tomorrow. Any interruptions, you're going to get muted, just like Around the Horn. You're going to get minus points, and we're just going to go along, and we're going to have a lot of college football questions and topics during our hour show tomorrow at 6 o'clock.
Okay. And Mr. Kirkpatrick, so your final thoughts for tonight?
Final thoughts tonight. Again, you all hit on the button. Great show. Big thanks to Thomas. Echoing your words, I wish him nothing but the best. And I hope we can follow him in the NFL and follow his career. Be nice to see a person not only with that athletic ability, but a person with that story and background make it into the NFL. So again, best of luck to him, and thanks again for coming on this evening.
And Mr. Sish, your final thoughts?
Yep, that kid's outstanding, and I hope to God that he lands somewhere and they give him a fair shot. And it was a great show tonight. I enjoyed it.
Okay, and my final thoughts is, hey, let's go Knicks. Let's get in, get some playoff basketball, first time in a long time. And, hey, we got, what's today, May? So we got June, July, August, September. We got almost 4 months for me and you two guys to go at it, because opening day, baby, Broncos, Giants. You got to love it. By the way, a special, again, I did mention that next Tuesday is Mr. Briggs' birthday. We're going to do a little birthday celebration for him on Wednesday. But
nice.
also, I want to wish Jenny Hoops, Mrs. Valenti, a very happy birthday. It's Saturday, the 15th.
Happy birthday, Jen. I'll formally do it tomorrow on the air during our introductions.
Yeah, so just, again, get that out for Jenny Hoops' birthday for Saturday. So, all right, boys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Great show. And see you guys tomorrow for some Wits and Wages College Football Roundtable.
Sounds good.